Hello, everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button and share with other movie fans. So, today I am going to watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It is opening weekend, one of the most anticipated films of the summer season. It stars Tom Cruise, and it was directed by Christopher McQuarrie, and it clocks in at 2 hours 49 minutes. So I am about 5 minutes away from showtime. I got my snacks and I am ready to go. So I am about to watch this film, and after the movie I will let you know what I thought of the film. So are you ready? I'm ready. I'm excited. So here we go. Okay, so I finally saw Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And I have to say that it was a good thing that I waited Friday to watch this film instead of opening day, which was Wednesday, July 12th, because now that SAG-AFTRA is on strike, and one of the key issues that they're fighting over is the use of AI when it comes to actors' performances. This film hits a different note and a different nerve now than it did on opening day. So this is a very interesting thing to explore in a movie. So Tom Cruise plays Ethan Hunt, our trusted Ethan Hunt, and this time his mission is to retrieve a key from the agent from MI6, Elsa, who is played by Rebecca Ferguson. And we all know Elsa from the previous film because he was basically tracking her down in the last film. So he finally finds her in the desert and retrieves the key. And so the next mission is to retrieve the second part of the key. So at first, we don't know why this key is so important. All we know is that there is a discussion with a group of people called the community, and they're talking about an AI called the entity, and the entity is a very dangerous form of AI because it went rogue and it's starting to think for itself, and it's a program that can infiltrate everywhere. So it's now become the enemy. And so the mission is to retrieve the key, access the entity so that someone can control the AI. There's a number of people who are trying to get the key so that they can control the entity, the AI. One of them is Gabriel, who was a person from Ethan's past. There's also um, an arms dealer who hired a thief to steal the key. There's also Ethan's former boss. He's trying to also get control of the AI. So there's a number of different people at play. And so what Ethan decides to do is he wants to make it his mission to destroy the AI once he gets access to both parts of the key. Um, I'm going to give this film 5 out of 5 stars. Um, what I what I really appreciate with this particular film is that it is a great addition to the Mission Impossible franchise. Some of the elements that we expect in a Mission Impossible film were there. There's also a couple of things that's a throwback to the beginning of the franchise, like Ethan's old boss. That's from MI1. There's also the thief that I mentioned. This time her name is Grace and she's played by Haley Atwell. That reminded me of Nia Hall's character from MI2. As you remember, in MI2, Nia was a thief and Ethan needed to use her in MI2. So this time he also is working with a thief. Um, then you also have the action scenes that scares the daylights out of us. Um, we expect Tom Cruise to do daredevil stunts, and he brings that to the film as well. I honestly, was wondering how on earth was he going to top that stunt that he pulled a couple of movies ago, in which he was basically running after a moving plane on the runway, hops on the plane, and he basically is holding on to the plane while the plane is taking off. Like that stunt right there. I don't know how he was going to pull that off and top that, but he didn't top it, but he did do some death-defying stunts that made me really nervous. Then there is the train sequence, which is actually part of the climax of the film. The climax of the film takes place on the train, so I'm not going to go into details as to what happens on the train, but the way the sequence ends, I literally had my hand against my heart because I was genuinely frightened for Ethan, and I was wondering how they were going to make it out alive during that whole train sequence. So that was a fantastic climax. I mean, the story is not original. We've seen certain elements of the story before, but the plot is slick, it's smart, and it does have some amount of originality to it. And this movie gave you everything that you need in a summer blockbuster. Tom Cruise, I really feel that Tom Cruise is going to save the blockbuster again. He's going to save the film industry again. He did it last year with Top Gun Maverick. He's doing it again for Dead Reckoning, and I think here's my prediction. I think he's going to save the film industry next summer, 2024, when Dead Reckoning comes out. I think the date is June 28th, 2024. So even though the movie that we have this weekend is part one, it has a satisfying ending. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger. So there is some sort of closure to the film. But at the same time, there are certain issues that gets unresolved. So the way they ended the film was very, very smart. So you're able to end it without a cliffhanger, but there are some questions lingering in the background, and I'm assuming that they're going to answer some of those questions in Dead Reckoning Part Two. I also have another I have another prediction. I believe that Dead Reckoning Part 2, I think we're going to see the character of Luther taking a much more important role because of the subject matter. Luther is the top computer expert when it comes to the Mission Impossible franchise. And as you know, he's played by Ving Rhames. He's been in every movie throughout the entire franchise. And basically, Ethan doesn't go on a mission without Luther. And I think with part two, usually in the past, the center of the mission is what Ethan is doing and how Ethan is going to save the day. But something tells me that in Dead Reckoning Part 2, it's not going to be Ethan that saves the day. It's going to be Luther that saves the day. So that's just my prediction. I could be wrong. I don't know what Dead Reckoning Part 2 has in store for us, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really excited to see how they end this story next summer. So that's all for today, my friends. Go out and see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 and let me know what you think of the film. Until then, have fun at the movies, and don't forget your popcorn, because Tom Cruise visited a few theaters this week, and one of the things that he brought with him was his tub of popcorn. So take care, you guys, and have fun at the movies.